My name is Aaron Hall. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Elyria, Ohio, and I was born here. No, it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't make sense, okay. My name is Aaron Hall. So I was diagnosed with OCD and autism, and I bring ADHD, and those are things I've been living with, and those are things that make my life difficult.
Number 2 trips is where it's that with my brothers, my older brother, that's gonna be wet ground.
I think social media, it's definitely something interesting, something that I have never really thought I would be doing or still would be doing. When I started doing prank videos, that's a huge thing where I would, just not understand what I'm doing. Like I understand what I'm doing, but I would take things too far. I wouldn't know where the joke ended. And I took a lot of things too serious too, which involved a lot of issues with me and social media, like my ex-boss. I was working with the biggest YouTubers. I got into a 10-year contract. I thought my whole life was ahead of me. My whole life is gonna be good. And then I realized it was like a whole turnaround to, before I got into a contract, I was homeless. Making videos with him was great, but at the same time, I think that, to the point where I felt mistreated. I felt mistreated, and I couldn't tell when he would do stuff to me, if it was just a joke or it was just part of the show. Like, I wasn't sure a lot of the time. So now it's like, when that camera shut off, when that stuff's still happening, it's like, wait a second, is this supposed to be happening?
Push him down, falling with pennies. Dude. Aaron, hurry up. How much longer are you gonna be, dude?
5 minutes.
Dude, I don't have time for that.
Dude, alright, dude.
Hurry up.
Dude, hold on, man. I literally just got in, man. I didn't put soap on yet.
Dude, put soap on then.
I am. Dude, shut up. Dude, oh my gosh, man. Dude.
Aaron, hurry
Hold
up.
on, dude.
Hurry up. We don't have time for games, bro. We don't have time for games.
The day is the day, March 19th. We're homeless and we have nowhere to go. We're in Los Angeles and it's just crazy.
By July 20th, we're gonna be a lot richer.
Yeah, we're not gonna be skating on. We already lost our car. We already lost our place. I feel like my whole life consists of being homeless. I get a place. I was homeless for 2 years, and then I get a place. I stay at friends' houses, and I get my own place, and I become homeless again. And it's the same cycle every single day. I just want to live a normal life. I don't want to do this. I'm so lost, man. I'm so lost. I'm so lost. I just want to understand my brain. I want to understand what's going on or why I think. I don't know what to do.
But why do I have to leave you alone if I want?
Because you're mean. Because you're mean. You're just mean. You're mean. The thing that feels like to be me is trying to I really want to get more natural, more really how it feels to be me. It doesn't come out correctly. Not to you, I'm talking to the camera. It doesn't come out correctly just because I'm very nervous right now. My brain shuts off, which my mom knows about. My brain would completely shuts off, and my brain just stops working, and I don't know how to communicate the way I want to communicate. What is it like to be me? Difficult, confusing. I can't understand me at all. Other people can't understand me because of the things I do, the things I say, the way I communicate to people. Everything in my life is misunderstood.
Aaron is kind of quiet. He's a very hard worker.
He is honest. Aaron was diagnosed with OCD as a teenager. He has been diagnosed with autism, you know, and that was something we explored as a teenager, but they said he wasn't. And the therapist that he has now said, you know, it's very possible that he wouldn't have been at that age just because you wouldn't have seen some of the things that you needed to see to go in that direction. You know, that diagnosis for that has progressed over time. And that affects his life a lot. It affects his life dramatically. And it affects people's perception of him, of course, you know, it's going to. And the way that people perceive him and react to him, which pretty consistently causes problems for him.
My name's Anthony Hall. I'm Aaron's older adopted brother. I don't know, it's been 23, 24 years. That's just how life was. We did troubled placements. My mom did through child services for years. And, you know, every single time, you know, because it's somebody's life, it would end up being someone's life.
Do you understand fully, Aaron?
No, I'm not going to say I do.
Everything started falling apart, you know, completely falling apart. And I couldn't do anything about it. I feel like at this point, I wasn't really eating, like I said. I literally lost like 30 pounds. And my girlfriend at the time, she had to even call the police once because she thought I disappeared pretty much. I was freaking out. I was going to go sleep outside because I didn't know how to. I was just so overwhelmed that I just couldn't figure out what to do. I couldn't figure out. I felt like my brain was just not working. Which when all this stuff's happening, that was probably the worst time of my life. Right there, that whole time frame, crying all the time, freaking out, and I knew I needed to see my family. I need to get through all this bull crap and get on an airplane. So I ended up going to Ohio, and I thought life would be different by now. I thought that things would be a lot better to the extent. I thought my whole life would have turned around by now, but I think to me now it's more of a learning point.
For the local time is 10:48. Thank you for flying with us. Have a wonderful day.
Every day is hard for me. Every day. Getting up in the morning, going to bed is hard for me. Every single day. It could be, you know, no matter where I'm at. It could be in California, or it could be here in Ohio. It doesn't matter. I have a certain routine every single day. I would take a shower, and then I get out, I wipe off my shoes. The routine never changes hardly. I wear the same clothes, and then after that I will make it outside. And once I make it outside, I'm good. You know, I'm safe. I usually sleep on this couch. The last 5 months I sleep on this couch, pretty much, unless I'm at the governor housing. I usually sleep with a sheet on. I won't touch the bottom of this couch because it's contaminated.
Contaminated can mean different things in his mind. It could mean germs. It can mean he had experiences that make the memory of it make him anxious, so it starts intrusive thinking.
If I can't complete a ritual, I will go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about it until I can complete the ritual. I feel like, because I don't want people to feel like I'm slow, or I think a certain way, or Aaron is weird. Because I get that a lot. I got that my whole life. Aaron is weird. Aaron's weird. Aaron's weird. Aaron's weird. What's wrong with Aaron? What's wrong with Aaron? Why is he like that? Why does he do that? What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Over and over and over and over and over.
How was to work with Aaron?
I knew it wasn't, I knew I wasn't dealing with insubordinate behavior. I knew he wasn't doing the exact opposite of what I told him, just to be, he's too nice. He doesn't have an attitude, or there was none of the, like, I would give him specific instructions, he'd literally do the opposite. I feel terrible for him, because I know it's gotta be really hard for him, but he wasn't completely forthcoming that he had any issues when I for him to keep a job.
When I see him working like at the cashier register by himself, I see he's like kind of off-centered. Like this, you could tell when he's like zoning out a little bit or when he doesn't get something. Sometimes he don't understand certain things. He tries his best, I get that, but a lot of people don't get that, so.
I think having these jobs and how do I explain this? It's so hard to recognize it when you don't recognize it.
I mean, Aaron, I feel like sometimes he don't understand certain things. Like I wear wigs and stuff, and he's like, is that a wig? And stuff like that, and he'll be like, it kind of creeps him out. But I understand it, like he'll ask questions, and instead of getting offended, I answer them.
My name is Patty Torres, and I am Aaron Hall's case manager, and I work at the Nord Center in Lorain, Ohio. So what we completed today with Aaron was his individual service plan, which is known as an ISP. And what this is it gives us an idea of the things that Aaron would like to accomplish, his goals, maybe the things that he might need a little help with, communication goals, living skills. So there are different things that we went over that kind of give us an idea of, okay, where we need to focus our time on, what we need to focus our time on when we're together. I have 50 other clients that I have to deal with it, but I have to give him time too. And we went over that. I'm gonna give him an hour every month that's just his time.
So are you doing this for like a film school project?
Nope, just show life living with autism and OCD and just kind of seeing where it goes and what happens with it.
Absolutely.
Kind of see, just seeing what happens, honestly. Well, can you explain the way, like I guess you don't know how my brain works, but how do you explain the spectrum?
Autism is essentially a difference in the way the brain is built from the way that neurotypical brains are built. There are a lot of ways that autism can express itself in any given person. If you put 5 autistic people in a room and observe them to see how their autism characteristics manifest, you might see 5 different things, you might see 10 different things, you might see 12 or 15 different things. Each autistic person expresses their autism characteristics differently than any of the other 4 people. Yeah.
And my mom still thinks I have FASD just because she thinks, cause I do have a learning disability. Like, I could hardly, there's that point where it's hard for me to do things.
Sure.
But I don't know. There's a lot going on in my brain at least.
Sure. It makes it really hard in many cases for people who have that much going on with their brain being different and with the things that they carry because of trauma.
He sees the world as a hostile place that he has to protect himself from. I think that he sees, I have to do this or God will punish me. I have to do this or God will punish me. I have to do this. He sees God as like this mean guy looking down on him and waiting for him to mess up so that he can punish him. And I think he just generally perceives everything that way. The world, God, all of it is hostile to him.
I'm very nervous now. This is hard for me. I want to change. I don't know how to change. That's the thing. I don't know how to change. I don't know how to be normal. How you can't be normal. How can I be normal? I don't have a normal brain. My brain doesn't work. How can I be normal?
This building was built for homeless people, so that homeless people wouldn't be out in the streets. That's what they built this for. The only thing is, some of the people that's in here only know the homeless life, and they don't think about anything else, and they don't treat the place like it's a godsend. They just like to wreck things because they don't know how to teach themselves to be better than that.
Why do you let Aaron stay here sometimes?
Aaron's a cool kid. I can take him staying with me because he's really not a problem. Just some of his things that he does or doesn't do sometimes gets a little bit weird. But I'm always glad to see him. I'm always glad to see him coming back here at night for put his head down. That way I don't have to worry about him. Aaron can be a little bit difficult now and again, but overall he's a good guy. He's got his thoughts in life, what he wants to do and what he doesn't want to do, and yeah, I think one of these days he'll go far.
Aaron has been at our house living for about 4 months. With having a family and only having 2 bedrooms, and he's sleeping on the couch. He has to have a sheet on our couch when he even sits down. So a lot of times there's extra laundry going on, and he has to use only a certain towel, and if that towel he thinks somebody else has touched, he will take it and he'll wash it even though it is technically clean. And yeah, just little weird things like that might not be weird to him, but are definitely weird to us.
Very early on, Aaron was a happy little 3-year-old. He wore capes and liked to play dress up, and would show off for a crowd. And he was really a delightful little boy. But I didn't know really anything at all about OCD. And it isn't until now, looking back, I could see it in him even as a little child. But as he got older and it got more complex, he actually hid a lot of things from me. And so things would happen and I didn't know that it was coming from this place of anxiety or OCD.
I don't understand OCD. I thought it was just, the germs on your body or your hands, but it's definitely beyond. And I definitely love Aaron. He's my brother, he's my family. But there's definitely things that are hard to like when you try to explain and tell him, okay, it's time to stop talking about a certain subject, or he says something that you don't like or making you uncomfortable. So when we tried to explain to him that he couldn't live with us full term or long term, he didn't want to accept that. He's still not accepting that he has to have somewhere else to live by August 15th. 1 second, sorry.
Living with OCD is much like living with a chronic medical condition. I equate it often to diabetes. And somebody who lives with diabetes has to be prepared on many levels, right? Some people need insulin continuously. Some people have to watch what they eat. And some people have to monitor their blood sugar levels through injections or tests. But for every person, it's different. And the way you manage your illness is different. And OCD is the same way.
So tell me a little bit about what you're doing and how you got here.
So I was born here in Elyria, Ohio.
Okay.
I was adopted. I have OCD, so that was like a big thing for me growing up, and I had a lot of learning disability stuff, problems growing up too. Time goes on, I end up getting, and then I end up doing YouTube stuff.
Okay.
I end up growing a YouTube following, 300,000 followers on YouTube.
I'll show you guys the whole way, because I want you to see where I live pretty much, because it's pretty interesting, LA is pretty interesting.
To then, a lot of stuff kind of falling down to where I am now, where my mental health got bad pretty much. From comments, from social media in general would cause a lot of problems for me. What people would say about me, what this person would say about me. And things would just fall to the point where I'm at now. I think social media, it damaged my mental health more than I expected, to be honest. As time went on, you would just forget about things. You'd move on. People would move on, and it doesn't work like that. Even the smallest comment will affect me. Even the smallest DM will affect me. It's hard to put myself in front of a camera and feel like everything's fine when it's not. And that will really put me in a situation in my life now where my mental health got really, really bad to the point where I couldn't be on social media anymore. And I feel like a lot of people are afraid to talk about what they really want to talk about on social media, what they're going through or how they feel about certain things. And because I think they're scared because exactly what happened to me. I see Julia's laughing now. Julia,
What?
would you like to get in the back seat?
No, your mum told me not to.
Really? I got to figure out how I'm gonna get in the car right now because this is okay. So.
Do you need me to open the door for you?
No, I can't. I can't do it.
You can't do it.
Julia needs to get in the back seat. Is it possible? It's right down the street.
What if you sit in this seat here that the dog doesn't sit
I can't do it.
Why?
Because I literally washed my clothes at Julia's last night, and these are clean clothes. I don't know when I'll have another chance to wash them. I can't contaminate my clothes. I really can't. I literally just washed them last night. She spent her money on my clothes last night. Julia needs to get out so I can get my sheets at least out of the car. Is that fine? Okay. Oh, don't wait. Yeah, don't touch the seats.
Okay, come on. This guy wants
I'm going. Okay, I understand. I'm going. Gosh dang. Okay. Gosh, dude.
Okay, this guy's trying to pull out.
Okay, I know. I'm going.
Okay, come on. Let's do it. Let's go. Anna's waiting for you. She can't wait. She's excited.
Okay. So it's.
This isn't about being exciting. This is about.
Well, it is. I'm going to your house. It is exciting.
Can you do it? Can you?
Well, I don't know if I can do it, to be honest.
Well, then what do you need a whole bunch of people there watching you for?
I went into the thing about the front. I think the thing is like right now, once I do it, it's not as bad as I think.
Aaron does not go into my house at all, ever. My house is like the epicenter of what's contaminated to him. So by extension, anything that touches my house, me, the dog, the kids. So he can't go there because it's going to trigger all this intrusive thinking.
It might be something like, Mom, I was at school today and I washed my hands, but afterwards I touched the doorknob when I was going out, and I'm afraid that somebody else might have touched the doorknob after they used the restroom, and what if they have a disease? Now do you think I'll get it? Or, you know, today at school, Mom, somebody talked to me and I talked back to them, and I had a good conversation with them, but now I'm worried of what if I said something to upset them? It's questions and things that are outside the norm, right? Everyone, even without OCD, asks reassurance. We'll ask, like, do you love me? Or we'll give reassurance, right? We'll tell people how proud we are of them or how much we love them. And those are normal, healthy forms of reassurance. But OCD is when it crosses into this need to have immediate reassurance in order to feel better from that intrusive thought. And so it serves as a ritual. Yeah, he just considers it, you know, because he lived, you know, so much of his life there. Of course he had, you know, he has a lot of memories there.
Okay, so how am I gonna do this? Okay,
Winston.
Okay. First of all, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this.
No, just come on.
No, these are the only clothes that I have right now. Besides,
I don't want to hear any of that. I don't care. Come on, let's go.
I don't. Okay, but how about what am I gonna?
You know what? You're gonna get contaminated. There's just no way around
it. No, I'm saying the bag stuff. Like, how am I? Okay, I can't open the doors to my clothes. I can't open the doors. I can't use.
No, you're gonna do the whole thing.
I can't do the sleeve thing.
Why?
Can't. Because this is something. This is not your car. This is not. This is more something that is more different. I'm worried that this is going to impact after effect of.
Aaron, you have to just accept that you're going to get contaminated.
No, but I'm not worried about me getting contaminated. I'm worried about me not. I like this outfit. This is my favorite outfit, and I don't want to ruin this outfit.
Do you think you're not going to touch anything while you're in here?
No, my shoes. I'm going to have to buy me new shoes after this. No?
No.
So what am I going to do with the shoes then?
You're going to continue to wear them. You can take your shoes off and come in your socks.
Then how am I going to put my socks on? My shoes on? The socks are contaminated.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not figuring all this out. I'm going in the house.
Okay, well, okay,
you
wait.
Stand out there for an hour and figure it all out. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, that's saying you jump up this thing, dude. Okay. I saw her leave that open. All right, Mom.
You're in the house.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I knew it was not that big of a deal.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
All right.
Yeah, so now what? Nothing. There's pictures of me out there. That's me.
This was a couple Decembers ago. Look how little Joelle is.
Oh,
when we went to Nate's for my birthday.
Yeah.
This is Anthony and Crystal. I made him. Oh, look at Nora. She was such a baby.
This is not that bad. It really isn't. I think, see, I already told you, once I do something, I overthink it. Even in your car yesterday, it was not that bad. I realized it's not that bad. I read the article about Aaron, and I'm so proud of him for taking a stand and attempting to bring light to the negativity of social media related to the one's personal mental health. This is a huge step, being so direct and honest, and I admire him for having the strength to put it all out there. Dee Dee. Oh, that's Dee Dee next door?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So people are seeing it. People around here are
seeing
it.
Oh, yeah, she must have gone on the Chronicle and saw it.
So I knew Aaron, it was like from, maybe it was 95 or 96. I can't remember the dates. But I knew Aaron for about a year and 2 months. And what I knew about Aaron was he was just this quiet little boy who always smiled and just really followed Anthony, Joseph now, around. My impression, my opinion, I should say, of what Aaron's going through right now could be due to the removal. That removal day was very traumatic. When you're removing children, let alone a group of 3 siblings, there's a lot of crying that's going on. You have a lot of crying with the bio parents because they're not understanding the removal, but they're understanding the risk, and you're explaining the risk to them. So they're seeing their possibly mother crying and all upset, let alone you're getting into a car of somebody that you see maybe twice a month. And you're following your siblings into the car, and then you're getting dropped off at a foster mother's home. So that's just all around traumatic. And then you're also seeing at times that to me, for Aaron to see that his biological mother had bruises on her face and that she was probably getting hit because he also had bruises, and being 3.5, 4 years old, he probably didn't understand it, besides knowing that that hurts. I have them. That happens to me. He probably saw his mother get hit. He knew he was hit. So that's very traumatic to me, that all of that he was going through. And also living through visitations with most likely not understanding how come Drayshawn gets all the attention from Tammy and Anthony and I don't get any type of attention during visitations.
It doesn't be easy. I thought you coming in. I thought it'd be easier for me. I'm having problems right now.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be easier for me, to be honest. Not easier for me, but I thought I'm having issues right now. Gosh, man.
That's all right.
It's God's punishing me.
Oh, okay. This is the shirt that Aaron came in, and it was way too big on him. This was huge on you. I mean, you were only 3, so well, Joelle's tall, so you're kind of smaller than Joelle. But you haven't seen Joelle to see how small she is. But this is the shirt you came in. It was too big. You were tiny.
I wish I could wear that now, to be honest. But no, like a new version of that, because they don't really make stuff like that, I feel like, now. That's what I'm saying.
And these were the shoes you had.
Yeah.
So this is where we go with our education. Every move, every removal is very traumatic. Every event in life that can trigger is very traumatic. So yes, every removal for a child, that's what we have to take into account. And what goes along with that is you move into an unknown home, even with relatives. you're moving, you may not know them that well, and you're moving and adjusting to life and to possibly a new school and to possibly, I mean, who knows what their history alone is, but how much food did they get? Did they ever go to get any type of medical attention, dental? What was neglected in schools? All of that equals life-changing events for children.
This was a letter that Tammy wrote you, Aaron's biological mom. To my son Aaron Patrick Hancock, I love you, honey, and mommy's keeping you in my prayers. Soon we will be a family again. I love you, sweetheart. May God bless and watch over you every day and night. I love you.
Wait, did she think that she was going to bring me back then? Like, she wrote this letter because she thought that she was going to have me back.
Yes.
And then, okay, then why didn't she? I guess you don't have to explain that if you want to.
Well, that's her to answer, not me. I think that it was a lot harder than she thought it was going to be. It was very, very hard.
Does Sean have one of those too? Mm-hmm. And Joe?
Mm-hmm. And then there's just pictures of you messing around in the house.
Growing up with Aaron he was a lot different then. He was a lot more, he was less the way he is now, but you could still feel it a bit. Everybody could feel it a bit, I think.
What are your thoughts on Aaron's OCD?
At first, I just want to get really annoyed at it because it kind of infuriates me, but then I try to like sympathize and feel what it would feel like. But yeah, it's definitely hard. One time we were driving and I don't know, there was something that he didn't like, so he threw my phone charger out the window of the car we were driving, and I went out to go get it, and then he just zoomed off, and like my phone was dead, and I had to walk like 4 hours or something, and yeah, I got home and I was just like so mad at him, so mad. Like he didn't even like turn around, he just went home. It was like, see ya.
For hiding all the back higher, we could go higher than with him.
Yeah, I was trying to touch on mental health to see what it can do to people, how it can help. They just wrote an article on me, the Chronicle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that this can help people. I really hope it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't, but we'll see what happens. The reason about it is it's all over the place.
Right, of course.
It's about autism, OCD, social media, someone who doesn't have OCD, doesn't have, people can relate to OCD, but people don't care about OCD, they can relate to the autism part. They don't care about that. There's people who don't know about either or care about either, but they are dealing with depression, anxiety. Do you deal with mental health stuff?
Do I deal with mental health stuff? I have anxiety, not social anxiety, but which is what usually gets most of the credit or whatever. But I get really bad panic attacks. And
Really?
Yeah. So and usually it's about things that are actually bad. Sometimes it's about, oh my gosh, I something stuck my toe, my world over. I'm gonna die, kind of thing.
The first time we met at the library, and because of me knowing, I was already told that Aaron's on the spectrum, autism spectrum disorder. So I already knew that. And so I didn't know him. I didn't know what he looks like. I didn't have a picture. And I'm sitting at the library, and all of a sudden I seen this kid walk by. And just the way he walked, I'm like, I bet you that's Aaron. And I was right. It was Aaron.
Dude, I'm effed, man. I'm literally effed after this now. Like literally. Holy crap. When you just have a lot of thoughts and things, and I might as well let the dog just literally. I might as well roll on the dog, to be honest. At this point, I'm doing it now. I'm feeling a lot of like. This is bad. And the fact that my shoe, I think I possibly have touched my pant leg. My pants are kind of long, and I was walking up, and the bottom of my shoe, I think, touched my pant leg. What's the worst can happen for any of this? What's the worst can happen?
Nothing.
Nothing can happen.
No, what could happen?
Choose your thoughts is the worst. God can't punish you, right?
What would God punish you for?
I don't know.
Anything you've ever done wrong?
Yes.
Do you think that's how he works?
No, yeah, no, and yes.
How am I still alive then? If that's how he does it.
So what's causing all of this? Like pretty much anxiety in me right now.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know. I don't know.
It's just hard. It's just harder than I thought, to be honest. Yeah. Yep. This is it. Yeah.
Do you see that poster Sean made you for your birthday?
Yeah, I know. So yeah, my mom's house is not, it's not gross. I don't think it's like oh, this is disgusting, ill, but it's just a lot of I don't like being in it because it's like my childhood. It just involves a lot of, you know, memories, mistakes I made in the past when I was younger, like 11 years old, 12 years old, you know, just a lot of things I've done in the past that make me make me feel weird, and like I just don't like it, and it caused a lot of intrusive thoughts and a lot of things I don't want to feel and hear, and my brain telling me.
It says the thing about intrusive thoughts is that you think a thought, and that thought is so horrible to you that you can't then get it away from you. So say you're holding a baby and you think, all of a sudden it pops into your mind, what if I threw this baby down the steps? And you're not a violent person or a person who would hurt a baby. That thought's actually abhorrent to you. And so because that thought is so vile, you get freaked out, you get more anxious, and you can't stop thinking that thought. Then what happens is the person thinks, oh no, am I secretly a person who would want to throw a baby down the stairs? I must be a monster. Then they think that they're terrible, that they're a monster, that they're a person who would throw a baby down the stairs. And they never actually do it or hurt a baby. But they because that thought came, they think, I think this must be who I really am.
Yeah, my mom's house is not really actually contaminated. It's contaminated in my brain. It's not, you're not gonna walk in, it's not ants and bugs everywhere. It's just contaminated in my brain of something that it's almost like you want to take the house and dig it in a hole, and it doesn't exist. It's hard. My brain just doesn't like this house, and it causes intrusive thoughts. It causes my OCD to be very bad. That's why my OCD is very, very bad at my mom's house, and that's why I finally going into my mom's house is a big deal, because it is conquering something that I was afraid of, and it's getting less and less fearful. I'm getting less afraid, and it's kind of like almost like it's pointless at this point. Nothing can happen to me because it's not real.
LA.
Help. Homeless. God. Let's yeah. Nowhere to go. I wanted to show this documentary to show people how bad things can get. Spread awareness for people who have autism, for people who have OCD, people who have anxiety, schizophrenia, any bipolar, any disorder, people who don't have anything wrong with them, but just mental health in general, and who are an influencer, who feel like they're in my position, someone who is an influencer who works with other people in a group, and they feel like they're in the position where I am, where they feel just misunderstood by all these people, and you can't understand them, and you can't figure out, you feel like you're very just afraid, and you can't figure it out, and you have no one around you explaining to you how to figure it out, and you are supposed to be normal like everyone else, and you don't know how to. I'm trying to spread that awareness too. I'm really hoping that this documentary touches a lot of people, you guys, who want to be influencers, who want to be actors, celebrities in general, who have conditions like me. I'm hoping that it touches, well, I hope it helps you guys a lot, any of you guys. I really do appreciate you for helping me out with this video a big ton.
I feel like we've all been talking about you making some kind of return, right? And I'm also just happy to be a part, happy to help, because I know you've been struggling a lot. And I know, like, you coming back to YouTube and, like, having your life back, I feel like that would really help you, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I just want to, well, yeah, more. I want to just really, I think going through, I'm learning a lot. As I'm where I'm at right now, I've learned a lot in my life. But I feel like right now it is time for me to move forward with my life. And, not thinking about the past, but thinking about what could be ahead of me. But I'm glad that you believed in my story and you believed in me and you've helped me a lot. Honestly, dude, you really have helped me a lot. So I really appreciate you for that, because I would be probably just stuck here, kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, I mean, of course, bro. That's what friends are for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you so much, helping us shine a light on mental health, and that's what we're trying to do here at the OCD and stuff. And I'm thankful for the OCD Texas Foundation to help us out with this project. And this, thank you a lot.
You're welcome. It's our pleasure for OCD Texas to help support you spreading awareness and reducing stigma about OCD. We're really appreciative for the work that you're doing. Thank you. I think what you're speaking to is the stigma of OCD that the larger public has this very specific view of what OCD looks like, but the way OCD presents in so many is so diverse, right?
Definitely.
OCD tends to pick on what people care about the most, and people care about so many different things. And so we see these different subtypes showing up, which can be contamination. They can be intrusive thoughts about harm or violence. They can be thoughts that are religious in nature. They can be thoughts related to sex or other types of behavior.
So your name's Stein?
Stein, yeah.
Stein, okay. And you deal with mental health yourself?
Yeah, I have, for sure.
Have you always been dealing with mental health? I remember when I first started talking to you, you talked about how you were going through, in the past, you went through a lot of mental health stuff. How do you grow through what you do through? Do you get what you go through? Is that your shirt?
Yeah. How do you grow through what you go through?
That's your company?
Yeah.
It's your mental health company? That's sick.
So when I was going through this hard time myself, I was thinking, how can I start as many of these conversations as possible? And I thought, I'll wear my heart on my sleeve. And I thought, wait, sleeve clothing. And then a few years later, I actually picked up the idea, and we launched our first collection after about 10 months of work. And then since then, we've been growing slowly but surely and sold.
Has that been helping people, just that itself, you think, like other people dealing with mental health?
Yeah, I mean, we get messages from customers saying that, they opened up to their family.
Wow, that's powerful.
Kind of stuff. And there's also a bit of a community around it now. So we do events, we do workshops, things like this.
Yeah.
So that way we try to also create real impact, tangibly on the ground. Yeah.
That's very powerful. Wow.
Why can't I see in the future, prevent a skirmish? Before you judge my methods and all my ways, make sure you open my book, read some of the pages. Why they still questioning, really nothing to say. Y'all missing details of what goes on in the face.